Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Colin.
And welcome to our live edition of Let Them Eat Books. So yeah, we thought we would just do a little live in-person roundup, and we're recording it for Instagram Live. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow, as long as...
And the usual channels as well.
Yeah, it'll still go out on as a podcast tomorrow as well. So thank you for listening to the first 12 episodes and for tuning in today.
Exactly. And what we've done today is we basically have it like a show and tell, like you could do at school. So during the course of when the episodes have been going out, we have been really conscious of so many texts, but also so many food items that we either mention in the podcast but don't really give justice to, or we just came across the text and we're like, we should have included that in Walnut Week or whatever. So that's what we're going to do today, is round up some of those.
And how cute is Colin's office, everyone?
Yeah. Nice.
Message and tell them how cute it is. It's very artsy, eclectic, kind of like the man himself.
It's a bit stuffed full of stuff. But,
who's this swooping in from the sidelines? Why, it's Colin's parrots.
Colin and Claire.
Colin and Claire. Oh, yeah, they hate each other.
Yeah, one of them's like looking disdainfully at the other. He's like bowing their
I'm
head
the one that's
shame.
bowing because we had to do 10 takes, and you're the one that's like, I get everything right.
Yeah. Only because I do.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you got for me first then?
Well, I was just going to kind of say we also have a Substack. I just wanted to kind of mention that every week we also post on our Substack. It's usually a piece of original writing by Colin and I. Sometimes it's got to do with the theme of the show, and other times it's just not.
Yeah, sometimes we sort of shoehorn the theme of the show.
Sometimes you edit a little bit of writing to add the word buttery in there like I did. Shh, don't give away all our trade secrets, Claire. So I suppose before we maybe show and tell, what's been your favourite episode so far, Colin?
Well, I have a special fondness for the pineapple episode because I love pineapple so much, but I haven't brought any pineapple stuff with me today. So yeah, probably the pineapple episode. But in terms of the episode that I think worked best, like, because we've been kind of learning on the job a little bit, the episode that I think worked best was the butter episode. I loved it. I love
butter and walnut were my two favourite episodes. Although I did love your mixology lab with your pina colada episode.
Yeah, I should have brought some of that, but we've already done that.
Been there, done that. Yeah. No, I feel like by the time we got to kind of butter walnut, we were starting to become more relaxed and we were getting into a groove with things. But yeah, for me, I mean, I've struggled. Oh my, how I've struggled. But I have struggled with the whole podcasting element of it when it first started. And I think I've written about it on the Substack. It was more like you and I just mucking around and just putting on slightly different voices for podcasts. So it has been kind of weird for me. I'm not someone that I hate speaking in public. I hate reading my own work in public, which isn't great if you want to be a writer. Maybe it's because I came to it a wee bit later in life.
Yeah, but I think it can also be like, that you care about it. You know, I kind of love it when you see someone who's reading their poetry or whatever and they're nervous or and it's like, well, actually they care about this. So I think I've said that before, that I once saw John Ashbery, the amazing John Ashbery, read, and he shuffled the papers for about 10 minutes choosing what poem he was going to start with, and like some people found it kind of annoying, but I found it endearing, and I liked it. I thought it was like, he's done so many readings, but he really cares like which one he's going to choose and start the reading with.
And thanks for making me feel better about myself, as always. But yeah, I think for me, probably, I loved butter, because I do love butter, which leads me on to like my first show and tell element of the day. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
You're ready for this?
Reveal. Wow. Shall we? I'm gonna.
2 big dods of butter.
Yeah, have a look at these.
Made this morning.
Not ice cream, butter.
I was going to be careful with how you're tilting that. So you've got salt and pepper and dulse.
Wow.
But I don't know about the dulse. I have to be honest. I had dulse butter before, but then once I'd made it, I feel like maybe I should have dried the dulse out more and ground it down with a mortar and pestle rather than have little flakes of it.
Well,
It smells really buttery.
It does smell buttery.
Are you going to try it?
Yeah.
No?
I am definitely going to try it.
Do you want me to butter you up?
Yeah, so wait, maybe wait, we need to cut this again, because I think we need little samples, like. Look, that's a good tasting amount, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, that is actually a good tasting amount.
There we go.
Right, and I'll do salt and pepper in the other bits.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da.
This one's got a generous dulsing. We should maybe even it out a bit.
No, I'm okay. I've tasted them. You've got to remember, I tasted them when I made them.
Right. But there's too much of this now.
Yeah, that's like how much cream cheese you would put on something.
So this is the dulse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You're just saying that.
No, it's really nice. It's quite subtle, but then it comes through. I like it.
Taste it.
It's like that old joke.
That is nice. What old joke? Claire makes crap butter, ha ha ha.
No. What is the one where the punchline is because the seaweed?
I've never heard that joke.
It's like, why did the rocks blush or something?
Why
did the lobster blush? Maybe because of the seaweed.
Oh, that's a great joke.
Yeah.
No, this is actually a very
right.
good
So
joke.
this is the salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
It's really good. It has that thing that we were talking about in the episode of being like
I whipped it.
Yeah.
I made the butter like normal, and then I remembered that you had said that you like whipped butter. So back out with the mixer, and I added a little bit of buttermilk in it because I had buttermilk for my other recipe. So I added a wee bit of buttermilk in, and just whipped it up.
Amazing. So it's whipped with buttermilk.
Double
Amazing.
butter.
Well,
What?
I know you have a butter text as well, do you? No. But
I do.
definitely- You do.
Yeah, I had another butter text that I literally remember thinking about that evening and going, ah, damn it, and I think I text you. But it's one of those things, I think we do it quite a lot. We record and then we think of something else. Or we see a new recipe, or we think of a food we should have mentioned. But I think the one, it was Butter by Elizabeth Alexander, and she teaches at Yale, I think. She's really an amazing poet, and it's called Butter. My mother loves butter more than I do, more than anyone. She pulls chunks off the stick and eats it plain, expecting cream spun around into butter. Growing up, we ate turkey cutlets sautéed in lemon and butter and cheese on green noodles, butter melting in small pools in the hearts of Yorkshire puddings, butter better than gravy staining white rice yellow, butter glazing corn in slipping squares, butter the lava in white volcanoes of Homity grits, butter softening in a white bowl to be creamed with white sugar, butter disappearing into whipped potatoes with pineapple, butter melted and curded to pour over pancakes, butter licked off the plate with warm Alaga syrup. When I picture the good old days, I am grinning, greasy with my brother, having watched the tiger chase his tail and turn to butter. We are Mumbo and Jumbo's children, despite historical revision, despite our parents' efforts, glowing from the inside out, 100 megawatts of butter.
Wow.
I love that so much.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love it as well. I love all the shifts that it does in the language. It's like it imbues the language like with all the kind of qualities of butter, like the slipperiness, the softeningness, the meltedness, the greasiness. Like the language kind of, I feel like the engine of the poem has all of those things going on. Yeah, it's really great. And it's interesting because the tiger myth thing, that's in the text that we spoke about on the show.
So I thought that was a nice link, and I wish I'd realised it at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just one of those things where I was like, ah, damn it, we should have done that.
Well, that's what this roundup episode is for.
Yes.
And I also have a butter text to throw at you, so to speak, which is from this delightful, beautiful book, which is Gertrude Stein. It's a little kind of anthology of some of Gertrude Stein's food writing from various texts by Gertrude Stein, which has come out in these amazing Penguin Modern £1 volumes. And I have to give a shout out to the amazing poet Tessa Bering, who brought this along to the event series that we co-organised, Bulb.
Yeah.
And there is a butter one in this, so it's very short. I'll just read it. It's one of it's a prose poem, I guess you would call it. Boom in, butter. Leave a grain and show it, I spy. It is a need that a flower, a state flower. It is a need that a state rubber. It is a need that a state rubber is sweet and sight and a swelled stretch. It is a need that state rubber. Wood a supply. Clean little keep a strange, is strange on it. Make a little white, no, and not with pit. Pit on in within. So there you go. It has, I really love it. I think it has that strange quality, like with such a vibrant kind of grammar and diction and lexicon that Gertrude Stein always uses. And I mean, I also find it quite, like, all the stuff about it is a need, like that sense of desire. Thinking of whipped butter is making me think of this amazing Eileen Myles line, which is like, about a dog. When a dog foams, it means I want. Like, foam means I want. And here there's something about like butter and I need that, I don't know, I think is interesting.
Did it have rubber in there as well?
Yeah, which is in like.
It reminds me of, like, was there like a song once that was something about a butterball bouncing back or something? Somewhere in the annals of my mind there is a butterball bouncing, and that's what it's reminding me of.
And also it's like buttercup. I was thinking, where's the flower stuff? But it's buttercup, isn't it? It's like, you know, when you do that thing like, does he love me? He loves me.
Or you put it under your chin, you put butter chups. You put a buttercup under your chin, and if it's yellow,
then
Does that not mean that you love butter?
No, I thought it was like to find out if your true love loves you.
Well, I thought it was just if you liked butter, then.
No, I think it does have. It's meant to be something like
that. Okay. Not just your relationship with butter, but like other beings.
Other beings too. But I definitely think in some of that then, with that like need and the rubber and the butter, I don't know, I think there's something kind of sexy going on in that poem too. But that's just me.
Sexy rubber butter poem. Thank you, Gertrude Stein.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna rewind us all the way to to the very first week of the podcast where we spoke about berries.
Yes.
And that's because I basically, the week that came out, I found this book in a charity shop, which is Yevgeny Yevtushenko's novel Wild Berries, first novel. Yevtushenko, of course, was an amazing writer, a poet, really an amazing poet, who I think was born in 1936 and passed away in 2017. And just by the way, I'm going to talk seriously about the book, but I do think that author photo is quite something. It's like, to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely the best photo of me.
Can you see it? He just looks like he's going like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you have an before we continue? Do you have an author photo?
Oh, I've got loads. I've got like too many.
I want one. I need to write something for it, but like.
No, you can have an author. You don't need to write anything to get an author photo. Just get someone to take one.
Yeah.
The reason there is actually a story behind why I have so many is because I got 3 different people to take them, and then I and then I just felt like, well, I have to use a variety because otherwise it seems like I didn't like the one by any of the ones, but I did like them all.
So you have to pay people to take them.
Well,
yeah, I
did in that instance. Yeah.
Okay.
But if it was for like a book coming out, a publisher might pay, I guess.
Wow. The giddy heights of being a published author.
To scale those. Right, so this book has so many amazing descriptions of food in it. It's a bit strange. It's about, I'll just read what it says it's about. Wild Berries transports us to the deep woods of the Siberian taiga, a land of wooden huts, wild rivers, and savage beauty. Into this primitive wilderness comes a team of Moscow scientists in search of a precious mineral led by the brilliant and brutally rational Viktor Kolometsev. So it is, but what I love in it, I mean, there's lots I love in it. It's quite weird, but there's so many amazing descriptions of like just funny things to do with food. So at the end of the prologue, basically, there's this description which links it to berries. The cosmonaut was sleepy, but according to the schedule, he was supposed to eat dinner, liver pate, strong tea, and strawberry paste from a tube on bread. It tasted good, but how could you compare it to the wild berries in Siberia? And that sort of whisks us back to the wild berries in Siberia.
Mm-hmm.
But chapter 1 then begins, the berry commissioner was a man made up of miscellaneous parts. His tiny head was set with sly, oily but self-important eyes, and crowned with a silver-black skull cap. It seemed to protrude by accident on a long, thin neck from his stout, dough-like body, which was somehow squeezed into a soiled, singed sailcloth jacket, its pockets billowing with invoices. To his belly were incongruously attached short, sturdy legs swathed in policemen's jodhpurs. Instead of being tucked into his boots, these merrily flapped their tied laces over his beige sandals. So yeah, so we get this sense of the berry commissioner, which
I just love the description. Yeah. It's something I find really difficult, is to bring in descriptions of characters without being like expositional, and I really like
the details
there.
Yeah.
I really like the detail.
Me too. And there's like as soon as like food, it's because there's loads of food in the prologue, but just here as well. I stuck some beer under your seat, Grisha, she said quickly, but be sure to let it cool off in the river, it'll taste better. Grisha shook his pitched pompadour indifferently. And I baked you some buns, they're wrapped up with it. Now that wasn't necessary, Grisha frowned. We're going into the taiga after all. It's not the desert, but wild berry country. So yeah, it's all, there's berries are kind of ever present in this book. There's also a lot about which glass you should drink champagne out of and all sorts of things like that.
Oh, which glass should you drink champagne out of?
I will tell you.
I heard somebody, it was on reality TV. It was on, I'm sure it was on The Real Housewives of Orange County. And she ordered champagne, but she got it in like a tumbler, but she's quite insistent that she wanted it in, she didn't want it in a champagne glass.
So this is basically what goes on here too. From the darkness of the housewares store suddenly emerged suggestions from various people who apparently were groping about with specific and unspecific purposes. Mm-hmm. You need champagne glasses for champagne. Come on, you bumpkin. There's even a special name for them. Tulip glasses. Yeah, you can't sip champagne from the bottle. The bubbles hit you in the nose. A regular glass is the best thing. You can drink anything at all from it. That's why you can't get any. But her sharp eyes had fallen upon two small vessels, dark blue with metal caps and painted with white flowers. What are these? Those, young lady, are for storing tea leaves, the boozy voice responded with unexpected dignity, and the owner's face huffily disappeared into the semi-darkness. So yeah, I don't know whether it should be tulip glasses, regular glasses.
Well, the woman on The Real Housewives who did it was like the bougiest of all housewives.
Mm-hmm. My personal preference, if I drank a lot of champagne, would be those ship's glasses, you know, the little saucers, like a champagne saucer. Yeah, that's
my favourite. I've got some of those. I like getting them in like vintage pairs. So I've got some really cute ones, and I just love them. I love them at Christmas time especially. I like doling out the champagne. That's what happens in my house at Christmas. But like, yeah, doling out the champagne, and is it a coupe? A coupe de champagne?
Yeah, I think they probably are coupes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I should know that with my French.
You should.
But I didn't. I'm going to cover the butter.
Yeah, okay.
It smells really buttery.
There is a buttery aroma.
Yeah.
Emanating. Okay, what have we got next?
That's a great noise. Well, also when we were talking about butter, I kind of wanted to mention when we did the episodes, we did cover quite a lot of. There was a lot of discussion around kind of body dysmorphia and eating disorders touched on and things like that. We maybe should have given a trigger warning for it, but we didn't at the time. And then you bought me, as part of my Christmas present, you bought me like a tiny book.
Oh yeah.
And it's Grocery List by Bora Chung. It's only, I think it's about 80 pages long, about 4,000 words, but it feels like, when you read it, it feels like a complete novel. It's just so in depth, and it just imparts so much I think I actually read it in a hospital waiting room when I was there for like an hour or something, and it's a great read. It's such a good book. But yeah, it reminded me of the butter episode just because it deals with the kind of familial relationships that we grew up with around foods, but in this situation it's almost like it's a second-hand story, so it's a story that's imparted to someone on a coffee break at a supermarket in almost like installments, and it's like the retelling of that. And with like a lot of Bora Chung's work, there is like proper body horror in it as well, but it's such a smart little read. It's just amazing. But you were telling me it's part of a bigger series.
Well, so that publisher, Hanuman Editions, they do, so loads of different authors have done beautiful, for years and years and years, beautiful little books. Yeah, they're such, so I don't have like the whole series. I think if you were able to find that whole series, it would be, like a kind of collector's item in a way. But there's, loads, like I can think of Dodie Bellamy is one that I do have. Rennie Ricard, I think. There's loads of them, loads of those.
They're so there's something so precious about having a tiny wee book like that, and it's so elegantly done, and it's so small that I forgot to bring it. I've been like picking it up and putting it down all morning while I was cooking.
You know, I actually have one of those. The size is so interesting because I have one of those in my car, like the little shelf, like to put your keys or whatever in your car. Like I have one of those. It's I always forget this. Is it Eduardo Villamatas? In the same series, it's on my little car shelf, and I've read it a few times. Again, just in those little moments where you're like, "Oh, stop the traffic lights." Just joking, but usually when I'm locked out of my flat, even though I don't lock the door of my flat. So.
You don't lock the door of your flat?
I'm not going into this, but no, I don't.
Oh, I'm not going into. You just mention it, and then you're like, "I'm not going into this."
People think I'm crazy, but I don't lock the door of my flat. Anyway, that's that.
My gran never locked her doors, I don't think.
But that I've not read Grocery List, but I would like to, because I love Bora Chung's writing. There's one there, Cursed Bunnies, right there.
Oh, Cursed Bunny's brilliant. Great cover on Cursed Bunny. Cursed Bunny. Yeah.
So
that was butter, spread, covered.
That is the full spread of butter.
Yes.
Spread.
So walnuts.
Walnuts.
Why don't we move on to walnuts, and I'll introduce you to my next plate of baked goods. Let's just slap these out the road because they're taking the shine off of my... What are you doing?
The spoon. We need a spoon for the pickled walnuts.
Oh, right.
And I'm wondering if we should do pickled walnuts before, like savoury before sweet.
Okay. They're not very sweet. That's what I had to warn you about.
No, that's good. You've listened to me ranting on about... Do you know what I thought was quite funny about this jar? So this is... We mentioned it in the show. Pickled walnuts. Neither of us have tried a pickled walnut before. Can you smell the And what I think is quite funny is that it says, the unique one, our flavourful pickled walnuts and delightful vinegar add a surprising lift to any dish.
Oh.
Slice into delicious salad, stir into warming beef stew, or use to top cheese on toast. Unleash your inner chef and experiment with these unique yet delectable characters. And then it says, don't judge by appearances, it's the taste that counts.
Listen, see, as soon as you said cheese and toast, it does have a kind of, there's a real mustardy, oniony kind of smell to them. It's really distinct.
I think just pop it in your mouth.
What, we'll have to go first?
Yeah.
This is strange. How bizarre.
Don't judge by appearances, it's the taste that counts.
Oh no.
You don't like it, can you spit it out? There's a bin there. Are you going to spit it out live on Instagram?
Just swallowed worse. Oh, not much worse. No. Oh, there's bile. That's not nice. Oh.
I don't mind it. The vinegar is strong. The texture is weird.
The texture's horrible.
It's like soft, but you get the skin of the walnut as well. I'm going to say the jury's out with me.
I would not have done that live if I had known it was going to be like that. I don't know, in my mind there was going to be a sweetness.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
There's not.
My hands in apple vinegar as well, but it's not.
But it serves you right.
And
on to the...
Well, yes. Yeah, I think we need to take the taste away.
We need to do... That's why I'm like, moving on quickly.
Yeah.
We have banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about banana bread in it? Yeah, and I said that I sometimes make it like quite flat. I don't make it like a loaf. And I put flaxseed, wholemeal flour and spelt flour, and I've put walnuts in this as well. And I used some maple syrup instead of sugar. So yeah, they're semi-healthy for you because I know that Colin just did a 100-mile run in 24 hours last week, and he's really keeping on his fitness, so, and I really should be, so that's why we have some sugarless delights.
It does look like they've got some chocolate in them.
I mean, let's face it, banana bread shite at the best times, so...
No, I love banana bread. It's one of my favourite treats.
Okay, yeah, so I made half of the batch with, that's a non-chocolate one.
Okay.
And the other one's a bit dark chocolate. I'm clearly going to have a dark chocolate one.
I'm clearly going to have one of each.
Just a wee bit like that. Not too sweet. I think they've got a good level of sweetness though.
No, it's delicious.
Fluffy.
That's really good. It's fluffy. It's tender. It's...
Like me.
Yeah. It's nutty.
It's a bad bitch.
It's got a good banana-y flavour. And you can tell there's all the seeds and stuff in it as well. So, no, it's really delicious. It's really tasty.
You're welcome. I originally made them like that because my sister-in-law was breastfeeding and needed like a lot of calories to be able to, keep the energy up and milk flow and whatever, and so I would make her trays of those to keep her going.
Trays of these?
Yep.
I want to try a little bit of the chocolate one as well.
I use dark chocolate. I can't believe you like them. I'm really chuffed.
No, they're amazing. They're really good. I can't believe I like them because I like anything like this. The chocolate does make them more decadent, but in a really good way as well. Like this one, without the chocolate, I could imagine like having it for breakfast and still feeling vaguely healthy. The chocolate one, it just takes it to that slightly more indulgent level, but it's actually not. I mean, dark chocolate's good for you. So.
I've got like 5 times as much as this at home, and I didn't bring them in because I was like, Colin probably won't like them.
No, I like them.
Might have to do a delivery tomorrow then.
No, you don't need to. Only because if I just like whatever's in front of me, I just eat it. Apart from pickled walnuts, maybe.
God, do you know what? I nearly forgot about the pickled walnut. They were so good, and I nearly forgot the trauma of a pickled walnut. What country do they come from? Who's responsible for those?
This country. I think.
This country. Figures.
Right. I have a walnut poem that I wanted to read. So it's from The Messianic Trees, which is selected poems by the brilliant poet Kit Robinson. Okay, and the poem is called Walnuts. In poetry, you are given all the letters and have to arrange them yourself. On a wall, in the next episode, you are a married couple with kids. Going between 3 houses to pick up stuff along a narrow stair. You are glad to be out of there. Invigorated, unencumbered, hopeful, passing by the window of another. Man who knows you, roughhousing with a massive naked bald woman. Her husband comes in and says, "Walnuts." The sea is the colour of poetry, as defined in a guide. To leading questions left out to dry in the sun. The fish live under the sign of the pelican in a sea of answers. Not written in any book, the kids went back up to the house. You taste rock. And the salt stings your eyes. 20 Spanish mackerel is point of fact. Your pen is leaking water, like newly real details of the world at large. So it's really interesting. I like the walnut moment in the poem is just so bizarre. Like, so
husband comes in and says,
yeah,
walnuts.
Walnuts. Yeah. But I guess it's
husbands
like
do that
offering.
though.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But there's so many strange details, and it feels like it's like a poem underwater in the sense that you can't perceive it all the way. You know, like it's like, and it has something of the dark mystery of the inside of that jar, and it also has something of the kind of like acidicness of it as well, vinegary quality. Like it's like mysterious and dark and weird, and like I can't figure out the connections between the individual stanzas.
Yeah.
They all are slightly dreamlike, but yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a series of haikus stuck together, but it is dreamlike. I love the sea as a colour of poetry, as defined in a guide.
Yeah, that's
It's
really
like
interesting.
making it defined, and yeah.
But it's also like the sea as the colour of poetry would be like a slightly. If it was just the sea as the colour of poetry, it would be beautiful. I like those lines a lot, but it would be like expected somehow, like as an image. But once you add in as defined in a guide, it just takes it somewhere else.
Yeah, good choice.
No, it's a really interesting poem. Kate Robinson is a really great poet. Yeah.
Where are they from?
California, I think, but let's just be more precise than that.
Excuse me, wipe my nose. I have allergies.
There's
Allergies.
yeah, I don't know, definitely
What's a messianic tree?
that is a good question. What is a messianic tree?
What is anything?
What is it? I can read you a little bit. We can see what the because it's the name of a poem.
Oh.
246. Happily gobbled, exercise book, collude as giddy, performative spurs, the thought embodied, spanking new, a doubt or drain, Paleolithic. He goes on for a little bit longer and then, book matter, live with them, specimen days for excellence, home to Harlem, the melancholy comic, but passion be the spine, standing on edge in this rattletrap radiance, the white guff violins, sham halter, the messianic trees. So I think it's about sound. It's like the sound. So it's not necessarily about the meaning of that phrase. It's like the sound of it that somehow means something. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's an adequate answer.
Great.
I have shown you my wares.
All of your wares.
Yeah. What else do you have for me?
Food-wise, I don't.
Just a jar of pickles.
Pickled walnuts, yeah. But
Okay.
text-wise, I can find you plenty, but food-wise, only the pickled walnuts, I'm afraid.
Well, we had a message on Instagram saying, "Oh, guys, end of series 1, when series 2 start next week." We just thought we were just. It was
bloody week.
Next bloody week. It was a combination of Max. Hi, Max. The amazing guy that does our editing for us, taking a holiday, and yeah, that's why.
Or being busy, I think.
Or being
well,
busy.
I can't remember.
Yeah, just not being bothered with our stuff because we're a lot. So yeah, Max is having a break from it, and we thought, oh, we could take a couple of weeks off, and then we thought, well, why don't we just do a little Instagram live roundup? But yeah, we're back next week with a special kind of half-hour short. What do we call them?
Studio
What's the
episode,
word?
side dish.
Side dish.
Yeah.
How did I forget that? We're back next week with a side dish on gelato.
We are. We're gelatoing up.
Yeah.
Are we? So, I have one more poem,
Go for it.
and then are we rounding it off?
Yeah, we'll just talk about the episodes to come in the live event.
Yeah, that's exciting. Cool. I actually have, there's a poem. So I'm about to read a poem, but then there's a poem that's connected to one of the episodes that's coming up that I wish we'd included as well. But, so I could always read that.
Yeah,
but no,
read
we'll
that.
save that for the roundup of season 2. Maybe. Anyway, I'll read this one. This is a poem by one of my favourite poets, Ron Padgett. I think Ron Padgett is great. And this poem is called The Breakfast Nook. So it's obviously connecting to the breakfast episode, which is also an episode that we really enjoyed.
Yeah, we did. We love breakfast.
If I had a cup of coffee as strong as a hammer, I would drink it so fast that nails would fly out of my face and into the wall of your silence, onto which we could hang a picture of the cup, the hammer and the nails, and we could then have a cup of hammers and a nail of coffee, and a lion would come in and roar so loud that it would scare you until you saw that it was really a board of sugar and a saw of cream. Would you tell me your secret then?
Oh, I like that one.
I like it because it's like breakfast, yeah.
I like
it's
looking at them.
It's like breakfast, like chattering over breakfast, and like the unsaid, like the secret thing that isn't said, the silence over breakfast. I'm a silent breakfaster generally. Like, not if it's so, like, because I get up so early, by the time, like, normal breakfast time in a hotel or something, I've warmed up. But what I'm saying is I need like an hour and a half to 2 hours of like silence, basically.
That's a ridiculous request of other people.
No, they
I'll
don't
actually
need to be
start
silent.
talking from the moment. Oh my God.
They don't need to be silent, but I find it hard to talk for, about an hour and a half probably after I wake up. I was like that as a kid as well, and everyone would be like, "Oh, you're in such a bad mood," and I would just be like, "I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just quiet. I will talk eventually."
Oh, see, that bothers me. If someone's quiet like that, I do, and I'm like, they're in a bad mood. They hate me. So yeah, but you just need your own time to come round.
Yeah, and it's like, and always in the morning. Yeah, I do.
Wow. I need quiet time. You know that. Like, I do need my time to be away and be quiet by myself. But I do feel like in the morning, I kind of make an effort to be.
To like start the day on
to
a high.
try and start the day like that, so that I don't go into myself, because otherwise I would. But then my whole day would kind of be determined by those initial 30 minutes of how I feel. So I just try and
But that's sort of what I see is going on in this poem. It's like that someone's silent at breakfast and the other one is like so desperate to get them to speak.
You can see that, especially when you actually see how it's laid out, and I love that. Thank you for sharing it, Colin.
You're welcome.
What else do we want to go over?
Well, okay, so let's...
Anything else from this season you want to chat about?
Should we give a preview of what's coming up?
Or do you want to give me like an appraisal? An annual progress review of how I'm doing so far?
We have to both do that for each other, but...
Not live on camera.
Not live on camera, no. Should we give a sneak preview of some of the things that we've got coming up?
Yeah, we have our first 3-part episode.
Yes, that's exciting. We're going to say what it is.
Oranges.
Oranges.
Yeah.
Orange, you lucky.
Orange, you. Some people have complained about your puns. Do you know that? I've had like 2 messages of complaints about puns. Like, any more puns and I'm going to stop listening.
Wow.
And I'm just
what
like,
people don't realise, by the way, is some of the puns you write them.
And make you say them.
Yeah.
There's a great one at the end of the gelato episode that I'm like really proud of.
And you wrote that in to
And
me.
I wrote that in for you to say, because I'm kind of playing into your character.
Yeah.
I've written this character of Colin. Yeah. Does it bother you?
No.
Good.
No.
Good. So yeah, we've got a 3-parter on oranges. We went away this weekend to Forfar, my new favourite football team. So we did a special in Forfar, and that's coming up. Oats and porridge.
Oats and porridge go together like a horse and carriage.
Like a horse and carriage. We've got potatoes. And we went to a farm.
We did.
We did. We had a great time down in the farm.
Claire away from farms.
We can't keep. We're racing about the country. If there are any farmers out there with any openings, no, that sounds weird. We went to a farm. We had their kind of potato dish. We had a tour of the farm and a great day out. So that's one of them. And then what we were thinking of doing is we're doing a live episode, and we're going. I think we might put an Instagram poll up to say, like, if you were thinking of coming to our live event, would you rather it was on Halloween or before Halloween?
Yeah.
I think maybe a few days before, because people might want to actually do something.
And that'll be all pumpkins and that sort of stuff, won't it?
It'll be pumpkins and that sort of stuff, yeah. But we're going to do like a couple of... I love Halloween's like my favourite. So we're going to do a couple of spooky episodes. We're going to have like Let them eat spooks.
Yeah, let them eat spooks.
Spooks.
Lots of spooky food.
Spooky food, spooky stories.
Like eyeballs.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll do like a spooky food one.
Which is actually like a boiled egg, but it just looks like an eye.
And then we're going to have a live event, and we're going to have a special guest.
We are.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen.
Literary guest.
If you can dream it, you can live it.
And we are living the dream, Colin.
We are.
High five. So we've got that coming up. What else? What other episodes have we got?
That's pretty much. Oh no. Yeah, we've got the M word. Mince.
Mince!
Yeah, we're doing a special episode on mince. Oh no, we're doing a normal episode on mince.
Perfectly normal.
You've already mentioned the special, which was on the Friday.
On the 4th of Friday is the side dish of mince. And then towards Christmas, we've got some Christmas theme shows lined up.
Cranberries.
And then what have we got? Oh, we've got a special New Year's one. So we're kind of trying to make it a wee bit more seasonal and lean into holidays and things.
If you can guess what the special New Year's episode, what food item the special New Year's episode is, then you get some kudos from me.
Because I didn't know what it was.
It's a good one.
And you were quite disappointed. You were like, what?
I thought you were a traditional Scottish cook.
Lass. I'm a traditional Scottish lass.
What is a traditional Scottish New Year's Hogmanay food item?
I just always thought it was steak pie.
Yeah, that is popular, yeah.
But it wasn't. It's not steak pie. Big hint.
So, all will be revealed in the episode when that comes around.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's us. We have given our little roundup of the first 12 episodes. Thank you for listening and caring and emailing me.
Shall I play us out with the
yeah. We should have got Claire Roberts is the amazing musician and writer who does our theme tune. We would have had her sitting behind us with her ukulele, but her show is on at the Fringe at the moment. Her theatre company's called, is it Short and Sweet Productions?
I think so.
And it's called Barista Milk on the Side is the musical that she's in this week. So I will be sharing the story on Instagram. Go and watch it if you're going to go and see something at the Fringe. Well worth it. She's excellent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hit play.
Okay, bye.
Bye. It's fun. I don't know how to stop.
Oh no! Oh, you Colin!
I still can't stop it. So.
Stop at the top, the X, right to the right.